On this episode, we cover when a family member is struggling with your alopecia. We would like to answer your questions about alopecia.
So send them to us and we'll answer them.
This is
Ask Alopecia UK.
So Amy, have you got any thoughts on this one? It's quite a tough one, isn't it, sometimes, I think, when...
Yeah, and it is really hard, and I think the first thing is, I think for people that have alopecia, it is recognising that it is having an impact on other family members, and I think sometimes that can be missed. I know myself, in the days where I was really struggling in the initial few months of losing my hair, you do become very kind of absorbed in your own feelings and how much you are struggling, and that's perfectly natural to feel that way. But I think there was some time that went on when I was actually realising this was having an impact on my mum and my husband and my close friends, who for them it was really, really hard for them to see me so upset. I think the actual hair loss side of things, for them, I was very lucky that they were actually really supportive of any choices that I made in terms of being open about my alopecia, or whatever I chose they went along with and were fine with. So I never had any struggles with the family coming to terms with my hair loss, but they did struggle with me and my emotional struggling that I had. So it is really tough.
And I think that it's actually quite common. You'd be surprised at how many people I get on phone calls who just say, my parents, they just, like older people and the parents who are older, and they just can't deal with it, and they're really uncomfortable if their kind of daughter or son or whoever it is to take off the wig, and they and I think that what that is about is parents struggling. Everyone wants their best, for their children, and it's an evolutionary thing where you want your children to be happy and healthy and go on with life, and if something happens to your child that you can't do anything about that, I think parents can struggle with that.
I think sometimes it can be a generational thing as well. So again, actually not older members of my family, again my grandma has always been absolutely kind of, really relaxed about it, but I've met older people who are kind of taken aback by my choice, for instance, to not wear a wig.
I mean, I'm trying to think back now to my experience. It was a long time ago that I sort of started with alopecia, and I think I was probably more wrapped up in myself and what I was feeling, but I know in hindsight and talking with my mum sort of years down the line and stuff, I know she really struggled with it, and she was really upset about my hair falling out. And now obviously the position we're in, we talk to a lot of people, a lot of parents, and a lot of parents that are just really struggling with what's happening to their child. But so then, speaking from the perspective of the person who's kind of like, well, I'm losing my hair and I'm in need of support, what do I do? If you can't get that from your family members. I think one of the big things that we would always say is reach out for that peer support. By that we mean find other people with sort of alopecia, whether there's a support group nearby to you, which Alopecia UK does have sort of a national network of support groups in various places, or online is so good now, obviously Facebook and that, but we've got things like the group. People can just get such a lot from talking to other people, and I think sometimes then it's about getting that support for yourself and getting what you need from that. And then sometimes you do have to and sometimes you end up giving that support to your parents. You're the one that's got it, but sometimes you have to support those around you. And what I have found really interesting from some of the things we've done in the charity is the amount of people who've said, do you know what, my home life is a lot more comfortable now because my daughter's more comfortable with it, because they might have come to Alton Towers or something, and a daughter might have only ever seen a mum with alopecia and thought, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Like, my mum's got no hair. But then all of a sudden they've come to Alton Towers, there's 150 people and loads of them are there with alopecia and haven't got wigs and stuff on, and it's sort of normalised it for a daughter. So instead of her getting back and a daughter feeling a bit uncomfortable if she hasn't got her hair on, now her daughter's kind of like, she's getting in and her daughter's like, what have you got your hair on for, ma'am? Like, take it off, sort of thing. And I think that that's really interesting, and it's the type of thing I've heard a few times, for parents and things who've got younger children, and they just say, yeah, my kids kind of, it's just normalised it for them. And so then that can have a big impact on your home life. And I think that would work in any situation. Sometimes it is about kind of, it's not just educating the general public, is it? Sometimes it's about educating your family to kind of just go, well, this is what it is. I'm still me. And you don't need to treat me any differently. And but you might need a bit of support and just showing them other images and other people and.
This is it, and it's signposting your family members
Yeah.
to Alopecia UK as well, and making them aware that it's a charity that's to support people, essentially affected by alopecia, and that might be the person with the condition themselves or their family.
Yeah.
And a number of times we've had people who have brought family members to support groups, and it's the family members that have, maybe come up to us at the end and said, I'm really glad that I've been able to come and see other people like my son, daughter, or whoever, your wife, whoever it may be, that is struggling, and that can really help. And and again, I know from my own experience that the first time my mum and dad were able to attend an event and meet other people and kind of get what it was all about in terms of seeing that there wasn't just their daughter with alopecia, that there was a huge number of people. I think that can just make things a bit easier.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that I've had a couple of women. For me, it was quite weird. Within like a few weeks, I had 2 women who were both mums of daughters with alopecia, but it was daughters who were in like their 20s or 30s, and they were like, oh, they seem to be dealing fine with it and they're getting on with it and they've done all these amazing things, but it's the mums that were still struggling and in tears on the phone to me, and you kind of, and that's where you kind of, sometimes it's more than just a person, isn't it? Sometimes with alopecia needs support, but what we're saying is that person with alopecia, you do need to get that support for yourself and make sure you get that.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for. We're also here for family members, and you can kind of signpost them to us as well, or just have reading around the subject and things like that. Have you found that a family member or somebody close to you is struck with your alopecia just as much as you have?
If you have experience of this, we would love to hear your comments. Please share them below.